Morning. There is banging, there is crashing. My camera battery charger decided not to work this morning. The odds are against us, but I'm gonna film a vlog today, and here's the plan. I'm hoping to shoot 1 TikTok, 2 reels, and this vlog, obviously. And then I'm heading to London because Merit Beauty is finally launching in the UK. And because I have this secret little piece of information, I actually made a basket on Merit Beauty last night, and I'm ready to check out. So I keep going back on. I have a feeling that maybe the launch is like 5 o'clock when the event starts, but I'm like literally there with a basket, like ready to check out. I've never tried the bronzer before. There's a few shades of things I want to try, like different shades. They've sent over a few bits that I've tried over the last couple of months, but there's more that I want to give a go. So I want to make a Merit order, high priority. And I also want to have a chat with you about like where I'm at with like goals and my intentions for the year. Number 1, still taking my supplements, so that's good. These Beauty Pie cherry gummies are so good. I've bought another 2 jars because it's an insider product, and I'm like, you cannot get rid of these. Vitamin time. I'm gonna jump in the shower, and then I'm gonna try and make my hair work for an extra day. I think we're on like day 2, which would notoriously be a hair wash day for me. I'm trying to stretch it 3 days. You know, I don't have as much time in my life these days, so if I can get to kind of like a twice a week hair wash, that is awesome. Also, can we take a moment? This is the Gramicci fleece, which I spoke about in my renovation video. See, I told you my battery charger was on the out. But that's the fleece that I was talking about. It is just like walking around in the equivalent of like 5 jumpers. It really needs to go in the wash because it's definitely covered in Ralph's breakfast, but it's fab. Okay, I'm gonna try and revive this. Woo. See, some of the wave is still there, but it just needs a tidy up. The first thing I've been doing is going through with a very wide toothed comb. So it still allows it to keep some of the shape, but obviously gets out the tangles. Refinding my parting again. Doesn't feel greasy, so that's good. Oh, I'm boiling in this. Right, I split it down the back, bring everything forward, and then I wet it. This is a great little continuous mist that I found on Amazon. I'll link it down below. Mainly working through the lengths and just really making my hair damp again. And when that's damp, I then just take 1, maybe I'll do 2, 1.5 pumps of mousse, and we scrunch. I'm scrunching my hair these days. And then my hair just kind of remembers. It's like, oh yeah, I'm wavy these days. And I do the same to the other side. This is really only because I'm shooting today and I'm going to an event. Otherwise, I just brush it through and I'm kind of like, yeah, we're good. Stick it back in a bun, the usual. And then I just diffuse it. There you go, the curls are back. Really loving the finish of that. Actually, one thing I do finish off with is the Larry King Social Life for your hair, just for taming the frizz, but it's kind of like frizz slash postpartum hairy growth. Like, when does it become just hair loss instead of postpartum hair loss? I do not know. But it does get a little bit frizzy on top, but that's cool. So I just use that to like smooth down any frizz at the root, a little bit of shine, and there you go. Hair revived. I'm actually gonna film a reel of my makeup, so you're being spared of that today, don't worry. I've been playing dress up for like a good 15 minutes, but I think I worked out what I want to wear tonight, so I thought I'd talk you through my outfit. So underneath, I've got my Isabel Marant like stretchy jersey top. It's basically like the epitome of fancy top and jeans, you know what I mean? It's just got that little like, it's really hard to show on camera, but it's got like a ruched detail in the middle, and then it's sort of sheer on the top and sheer on the bottom, but obviously not in the boob area. Then I've got my Anderson's belt, the Arquette jeans. I'm proper obsessed with these jeans. I feel like I'm asked about them all the time because I'm wearing the blue ones a lot, especially in my TikToks. And they're the Arquette non-stretch straight jeans. I have them in the black, and then I have them in like a blue wash denim. I will link them down below for you. I think I went maybe like a size or 2 up, maybe 2 sizes up. I'd probably recommend 1 size up if you want that like slightly baggier fit. Then I've got my Ganni boots. You know that I love these. I feel like whenever I want to look like professional lady, like these are what I reach for. So this is the outfit. Ooh. Oh, the coat. The coat is a suede jacket. It's not raining today and it's not particularly cold, so I feel like I can kind of get away with this. And I know that when I'm at events, I get like so hot and sweaty anyway, so actually I'm either going to be like on the tube, on the train, both of those are boiling, or sweating out at an event. So I feel like this is okay. I might like throw a scarf or something in my bag. But this is from Jaeger. I got it secondhand from Curate and Rotate, and it's just a like swing suede jacket, but I felt like I needed a bit of texture, and this is like exactly what I needed, especially when I put the bag jumper on as well. Got the bag on. Super, super happy with this outfit. Might have taken a few attempts, but I'm happy with where we ended up. And I wanted a bigger bag as well because I really want to take my iPad with me so I can write a blog post on the train like the old days. So I've just checked the trains and it's always the way, always on a day when I need to go to London, there are pretty severe delays. So I'm just working out in my head what is the best plan of action. Do I risk it for a biscuit? Know that it's going to be really delayed, but maybe just head to the train station now. I've got 3 hours before the event starts. It's normally like a 2-hour door-to-door situation. Or do I drive half the way? Because apparently the delays are more like this side of the journey instead of like the London side of the journey. So I could drive halfway and hopefully avoid the delays. I get a bit of time driving in the car on my own to like sing my heart out. That's a pro. I feel like that might be the best option. I'm making myself some lunch and it's a really good one. So I want to show you what I'm making. Do you follow Callie Thorpe? If you don't, you should. She has amazing travel recommendations, but also a lot of good recipes and really good food recommendations. Like whenever she recommends something food, I like screen grab it. And I'm like, right, next time I'm at the shops, I'm gonna grab that. And she recommended these from Strong Roots. A cauliflower hash brown. They also do a sweet potato hash brown. I found those, so I picked those up too. And I mean, I'm a sucker for branding and this branding is really nice. I've had their spinach bites before and they've been really tasty, and also like a quinoa burger and they're very nice. They advertise you can cook them in the toaster, but I've never had much luck with that. I always just like throw it in the oven. So I've got some cauliflower hash browns with a little bit of avocado. It's not the world's best avocado, but we're gonna make it work. So spring onions to sprinkle on top, and then in the oven I've got the hash browns with some sweet potato, like just diced up. And then I think I'm gonna make myself an egg. Yesterday I tried to make a fried egg and it just went horrifically, so today I'm gonna try a poached egg, as if that's any easier. I think I just have to accept that I'm terrible at cooking eggs. It's terrible. One is not so bad, but I've got my sweet potato. Look at those cauliflower hash browns, like, so crispy. A little bit of sweet chili sauce on the side, a little bit of avocado. I'm gonna sit up to my desk to eat my lunch because this is the only like dining table setup we have in our house right now. And we'll be back to chat. I've basically licked the bowl clean. It was so good. I thought now January was out of the way, it'd be a good time to sit and chat and just like review, like how did my hard reset in January go? That was like one of my aims. I was like, I really want to do a hard reset where I just prioritize me. Eating wholesome foods, working out and moving my body a little bit more, taking my supplements, journaling. I did a blog post all about it. I'll link it down below for you. And also I'll link a video in the corner that was like a really intense look at my Notion template, which I am working on finding a way to share those because they've been really, really helpful. So I had 6 daily habits, and actually 2 of them for the month of February, I've decided they no longer need to be on the list. Number 1 was journaling. I was really consistent up until the end of the month, maybe like the last week of the month. It must have been when I went on the Net-a-Porter trip and maybe I like let it go then and I kind of didn't pick it back up. And I feel like it's just one of those things that works really well when you're doing it consistently. So it's still there. It's still like a template that I can pick up and use if I feel the need to do it again. I feel like it really helps me when I'm just mentally a bit unsteady and just like need that little oomph in the morning. It's so good for that. So it's definitely something I'm gonna like keep in my back pocket, and I'm sure I will turn to like again and again throughout the year whenever I just need a few more like warm fuzzy feelings, you know what I mean? But for now I feel really good mentally. I definitely think like working out and eating slightly more healthily and wholesome has done amazing things for my mental health. So it's there, it's just not something that I'm forcing myself to do every day. And the other thing was the beauty style care moment, because I would say I'm really, really good at this. Like 90% of the time I do a beauty style care moment. However, there's a day like tonight, for example, I haven't really done a beauty self-care moment this morning. I've got ready, I've showered, I've done my hair, but I haven't tanned, I haven't done an LED mask, I haven't gua-shed. I've ticked all the boxes for like personal hygiene. And I wouldn't be able to tick that box unless tonight I came home and had a beauty self-care moment, did one of the aforementioned things, which 95% of the time I do, but like tonight, for example, I'm probably just gonna get back a little bit too late. I'm gonna wanna take my makeup off and just head straight into bed, and that's completely fine. So that's why that's been removed from the daily habits list as well. But like I said, check out that blog post if you wanna like see the 6 things. It was, you know, you see like on TikTok all these like hard 75, which I think is 2 45-minute workouts a day. Like I do not have the time. I don't wanna do that. But this was a good kind of, it was a hard reset, but actually it was like a soft reset in the grand scheme of things. And I just feel in such a good place. So the 4 things that I'm carrying forward: daily supplements, definitely something to keep up with. Like, I had no idea how having a young child throughout winter will basically just make your family unit like a little bit unwell for like the whole season. But I do feel like my supplements have been helping. I'm a little bit coldy at the moment, but like not super horrific. I can go about my day. I feel very grateful for that. So maybe the supplements are doing something, but it's not something I want to like play with right now. I'm like, you know what? Maybe they're working. Let's keep going. Speaking of eating whole foods. I've spoken about this, prioritizing, like making nice lunches for myself, going to the shops and making sure that our cupboards and our fridge are full of like options, so we actually have things to eat for breakfast, lunch and dinner. I mentioned Mark and I are really bad at eating lunch, but every day, that's pretty cool actually. Every day in the month of January and continued on in February, I've eaten a wholesome lunch and I feel so much better for it. I mean, it's just so obvious, but I feel really good about it, and I feel like something is shifting. I'm not going to say shifted, but something is shifting in my brain where I'm actually quite excited to eat wholesome foods. I mean, I still have a massive sweet tooth, don't get me wrong. Everything in moderation and all that, but I actually feel quite excited at the thought of continuing that. It's just made me feel really good and like given me a lot of energy. These are all such obvious things that if you eat super healthy and you're watching this video, you're like, yeah. But like the lunch that I just had was so tasty, but it had protein, it had healthy fats, it had carbs, it had like a bit of everything in. It was nice and warm and nourishing, and it's not gonna leave me super hungry in like an hour's time. So yeah, I feel really good about that one. I feel like I said, something is shifting. It hasn't shifted, but we're moving in the right direction. The wearing app, I've been really good at that. Like, I basically do that every night. I sit in bed and update my little data in that, mainly because I just want the data at the end of the year, I really do. And then daily movement. Again, this was something I was really consistent with in January, and I'm just really proud of myself. I feel like pregnancy for me really knocked me sideways and like knocked my confidence with working out. Like pre-pregnancy, I was quite active. I'd go to spin classes, I'd go to Pilates classes. And then I remember post-pregnancy going back to a Pilates class and basically just getting stuck. Like I was stuck. I couldn't move. I was like, help me. It's a process, it takes time. I'm learning to be kind to myself, but I'm really excited to like start feeling a little bit stronger again and like gaining a bit of that strength back, gaining a bit of cardio fitness back. I still get puffed out when I like come upstairs, but more than anything, just mental health wise, like taking, or I've basically written in my notes like 20 minutes, that's all I do. I never do a Peloton class that's longer than 20 minutes. If you follow me on Peloton, you'll be like, oh, there's Anna doing another 20-minute class. 20 minutes every day, and some days that's just me walking around the block, some days that's Pilates, some days it's a Peloton strength or cardio workout. And I've really enjoyed adding a few more like strength workouts into my routine. That is something I haven't done for like 5 years. It's been a really long time, but all of these things combined are just like leaving my brain and like mental wellness in a really good place, and also just leaving me feeling really energetic. And at the end of the day, I have a small tiny human in my life, and it's pretty tiring. There are early mornings thrown in there. Like, he does not stop moving, so it just feels really good because it feels like I can like match that energy a little bit more, and that's really nice. So there you go, that was my little check-in for January. Now I need to go pack my bag. I think I'm gonna drive halfway, and I need to spritz a lot of perfume because I just smell like food. Right, AirPods, keys, emergency lip balm, my little pouch, and water in here. I think I'm gonna need my gloves. I think it's about 11 degrees outside right now, so I'm not sure I need too many layering pieces, but I might just take my scarf because I can always wear it like underneath, almost as a jumper if I need like an extra layer. Has anyone else just forgotten their pin? Like, everything is so contactless and Apple Pay. Whenever I have to put my pin in, I'm like, oh, let me think about this a second. I've got my iPad so I can write that blog post. I want to do like a little edit of trainers because I'm having such a trainer moment. Like, am I entering my trainer girl era? In fact, let me show you. It started with some that I bought on Vinted that sadly don't fit, but then it got me into these. I think they're the New Balance 327s, and I've got these khaki ones with like the burgundy N, and then these brown ones. I think I've just realized, because I did have a pair of New Balance that I actually sold, like they were so nice, but they were just so cream. It was like cream on cream on cream on cream, like very neutral. And I think I just need a trainer with like a little bit of something on. I've got my Converse, I've got my APL ones, which are more like a gym shoe, but I was wearing them so often. I was like, you know what? I think I'd get a lot of wear out of a pair of trainers. So did pick up 2. I was like, oh, I'll just like try them on, and then I saw them and I was like, they're really nice. I've worn them a load actually. They're like brown trainers. I don't know, I wouldn't have put myself down for a brown trainer kind of person, but actually they go with everything. Obviously super comfortable. I just needed more trainers in my life. I've got my makeup bag, but I'm hoping to like leave this in the car. I might just do like a quick makeup touch up before I like jump out the car and go onto the train. And then also my film camera. I'm just trying to be a bit more like spontaneous with my film camera. Like, oh, let's take a photo of this, let's take a photo of that. I have it in my bag, so it's always really good to take photos of Ralph. Like, he's being super cute or we're down the beach. It's just so nice to have those photos on film. But I've taken 16 photos of random things over the past week, so you never know, there might be some photos to take tonight. That is jacket on. Oh, I need my car keys. Wish me luck, because I'm driving manual for the first time in a long time. I'm very used to driving automatic these days. So yeah, hopefully it all comes back to me. I made it. I remembered. It is like riding a bike. I actually think I'm going to take my whole makeup bag, which is kind of heavy, but it means if I get a little bit sweaty on the old tube, I've got everything I need. I actually really enjoyed just singing my heart out in the car on my own. Such a luxury these days. Do you know what? This is really heavy. I'm just going to take some things out. Powder, beauty blender, maybe my eyeshadow, concealer, maybe a little bit of cheek, a little bit of lip. That feels like the essentials. Normally there's like Aristocats on in the back, Full Blast, or like Bluey. So actually that was so nice. If you're wondering what I listened to Harry's House, and then the Beyonce album that is like Beyonce with Beyonce in pink. You know the one? Drunk in Love. Such a good one to like sing out. Right, let's go jump in a train. I've literally just seen one go past, but I think there's one in 10 minutes. So I feel like this was probably the right thing to do. I just want to make it, you know, like I'm excited about this. Oh, I just saw on their Instagram, they're launching UK shipping from the 22nd of February. So I thought it was today. I had my basket all ready to go, but the 22nd, it's coming. So we've got a little bit longer to wait. Good things come to those who wait. I'm absolutely covered in egg mayonnaise sandwich. I feel like that's a cancelable offence, I really do. Eating an egg mayonnaise sandwich on the train, not cool, but hear me out. It was pretty late and there was a very limited selection at Pret, and I'm here for an egg mayonnaise sandwich. That was such a lovely event. I caught up with so many of my favourites and I got the goods. I mean, I'm a big fan of the brand anyway, but I didn't realise that every first order gets one of these. You get a little like handbag thing. So did I mention, I feel like I mentioned, I'm having a deja vu moment. It's launching on the 22nd. I'm not sure when this vlog is going live. So maybe you've got like a week to wait. I just put up an Instagram story and I was like, these are the 3 things that I really, really enjoy from them. And it's the Clean Lash Mascara, the Creamy Cheek product in Beverly Hills, and then the lipsticks. I wear Millennial, and then I also have a red. I wore it in this post that I did with Selfridges and everyone was like, what red is that? And it was Aperitif, and I just met the big cheese of the brand. She was so lovely, and she was basically saying that Aperitif was like their longest back and forth. Like it took them the longest amount of redos to like get that product perfect, and it genuinely, like, it's the only red lipstick that I own these days, because it's not an orange red, but it's not a blue red, but it's like both of those and somewhere in the middle at the same time. I was basically begging her to bring it back. But it was just a really lovely event, and I'm just so excited by this brand. Like this brand, Ilia, Victoria Beckham Beauty, although I feel like there hasn't been any launches from them in a while, like Glossier, like they're some of my faves these days. Along with like the NARS and the Armani Beauties, there's always like those ones that just come with great complexion, like really solid launches. I'd say that's probably like a group of my favorites. Have I missed something? I'm probably like screaming something at the screen right now. But yeah, I'm so excited. They gave me all of the new blush shades, so maybe I'll do a little swatching video of those. Oh, and I've been colour matched for the minimalist, like the little foundation concealery stick as well. So I've got some new things to try, which is very exciting. All you Canadians and Americans who've had access to it already, like what are your faves? Let us know in the comments and we can all share. And now I'm gonna head home. It's a lot later than I thought it would be. I was like, I'm gonna be home so early, I'm gonna drop in, drop out, but I'm a chatter. Can you not already tell? And I kept getting caught up in the nicest way possible. And yeah, it was just really lovely to see everyone. So I'm gonna wrap this vlog here. Thank you so much for coming with me. I'm gonna get into bed and I'll see you next week with a brand new vlog.